everybody, and welcome to the first edition of the Warriors of Wrestling podcast. I'm your host, Sam Gomez, and we'd like to thank you for joining us, wherever you are. WOW is the fastest growing independent promotion on the East Coast, whose only desire is to bring you the best in independent wrestling today. For those WOW fans that come out to each show, we thank you for making us who we are, and understand that we will never cease to amaze you. And for those who are just being introduced to Warriors of Wrestling, prepare to witness professional wrestling at its finest. You can access all the information on WOW, our talent, upcoming events, and merchandise at www.warriorsofwrestling.com or myspace.com/warriorsofwrestling. First off, we are going to take a look at the Warriors of Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. At our first show, Warriors Unleashed, three of independent wrestling's hottest stars, battled for the right to call themselves the first ever WOW champion in a three-way dance. Hailing from the richest parts of Hollywood, California, the smooth operator Mike Gallagher has no equal in terms of technical proficiency. He is one of the greatest pure wrestlers of his generation, and he won't mind telling you that over and over again. One of his opponents that night, simply the best, Damian Dragon, is known just as much for his in-ring ability as he is for his brash and cocky antics. Led to the ring by his valet, Foxy, Dragon aims to show the wrestling world that he can surpass what his alias dictates. The other challenger that match, known to many as the icon of WOW and my personal favorite wrestler, was Chris Cartagena. This man leaves everything he's got in the ring, making him one of the most beloved performers on the WOW roster. We go now to the WOW arena and take a look back at this heavyweight war.
See? Typical BS. Typical BS. They're ready to go, and he's going to jump them from behind like the sneaky Mexican he is, and they cut him off with the pass. They should have cut him off in Texas. He would have never got up here. This is why I will always be levels above you. You have to resort to petty name calling.
Excuse me, what have you been doing this whole time on this track?
Talking about his Mexican heritage, and he just bopped both their heads, and now he's on the floor. See that? Sneaks behind them and hits their heads together. Looks up at a guy like Matt Gallagher and says, damn, I wish I could look that good. And look, always going behind Damian Dragon and with the Mexican hip toss.
With the Mexican hip toss, that was a flying head scissors.
Mexican hip toss.
Oh no. Oh, please tell me they're not.
Oh my! Oh, I didn't see that. All I see is the Mexican getting the upper hand in the ring. Again, you're accusing people of things. Did you see a close-up? I don't think so. Nice Hurricane Rana, but it's not going to be enough to be at you. I thought not going to put Damian away.
We move from one singles title to another. On June 7th, at the WOW Arena in South River, New Jersey, join us for Championship Chaos. WOW officials are hard at work determining the criteria for this title match. In addition, all other title matches will be fought with open contracts. The champions will have no prior knowledge of their opponents and therefore no time to prepare. We will give you more information as things progress, or you can check out our website, warriorsofwrestling.com, for all the latest info. Moving on to the tag division and our champions, we have the American Nightmare, Matt Kaplan and Logan Black. Two sociopathic thugs from Horrorwood section of Brooklyn, New York, who display nothing but disrespect and malice for their opponents. They are two of the most brutal competitors to ever step foot in a wrestling ring, and frankly, their actions disgust me. But we'll let you decide what you think of these two. Roll the tape.
So Warriors of Wrestling decides to have a podcast. And who do they ask to do the first interview section? The American Nightmare. June 7th, 2008, 31 Reed Street, South River, New Jersey. Hicks, children, and idiots that don't speak English will come in and file in suit, buy tickets, eat hot dogs, and everything else to come see the American Nightmare. The name of the show is called Championship Chaos. Now, I know you're asking yourself, why would the idiots in charge of Warriors of Wrestling, who didn't think to give the American Nightmare their title shot the first show, name a show Championship Chaos? Well, here's the deal. We don't know who we're fighting. The heavyweight champ doesn't know who he's fighting. So it's very simple. Championship chaos, whatever they want to call it, whoever they bring in the ring, we're showing up with the belts, and we're leaving with the belts. They say that home is where the heart is. My home, very cozy. My home is violent, it's bloody, as he said, it's chaotic. I don't show up to wrestle. I don't show up for a sport. I don't even show up for fun. I show up to put people in the hospital. Because that's what I enjoy doing. I like to watch you squirm as I lock in a submission. I like to watch you scream as I punch your face. And I like to watch you cry when you know that night you might not wake up the next morning. Back in February at Cold Fury, Warriors of Wrestling had its first ever death match. Us, legit tag team, against All-Star Lou and Spartan. Spartan is 16. Spartan's mommy had to sign a release for him. Spartan's mommy then had to sign the hospital bill. All-Star Lou is a guy that's been around for a while, complaining he never got his shot, never got his due justice. He cried 30 minutes. Thumbtacks, barbed wire, tables, ladders, chairs. He cried 32 minutes. You know, All-Star Lou liked to complain for a long time. Never got a shot. Like my partner said, Lou got a shot all right. He took forearm right to the face. He took a punch right in the jaw. Well, he got his shots. People ask us all the time, are you crazy? Are you insane? Damn right. Barbed wire doesn't scare me. Guys would tell me 2 months, oh, how can you go out there and do that? I wouldn't do that for $1 million. Does it look like I'm all stable upstairs? See, we never step in the ring with a contract. I don't need a contract. I leave it open. I say, Lou Pelosi, give me whoever you got. When it's all said and done, the WOW officials, the people in the crowd, everybody in independent wrestling will only have one thing left to say. Hey, Logan. Send more paramedics.